while Billy is outside doing the chicken processing, I will go out and help him here shortly, but he usually takes care of the actual processing part, and then I will help with the packaging part. So while the chickens are cooling down, and we like them to cool for a few hours at least, I'm going to be inside doing up some food preservation. So one of the things that I'm working on today is I've got a pot back there. Last weekend, we grilled out some short ribs from one of our steers that we processed, and I kept the bones because they were already baked down, and I thought, well, you know what, this would make a good beef broth. And I also had some chicken parts, like necks and stuff like that, from one of the previous processings that we did. And so I took both of those. I let the beef broth bones, or the beef bones, I let them simmer down some, and then I put them in a crock pot and I let them just simmer for 24 hours in a big crock pot. Oh my gosh, y'all, the house smelled so good. And then after that, I took them out and I added the chicken parts to it, and I started cooking the chicken with the beef. And that really smelled good. So that is what is in that stock pot. Now, I have not had a chance to can it up. I think I probably will get one canner, which is 7 quarts of that. And I will be able to put that in our pantry, and we will use that for any and all kind of cooking that we have, but just amazing, good beef broth. So that's one of the projects that I have for today. In addition to that, a couple weeks, well, no, it was probably it was last weekend. Our cute kiddos had a trip, and on their way back through Georgia, because they love their mama, they picked me up a couple boxes of peaches. Now, we do have Florida peaches, and we love our Florida peaches, but we also love our Georgia peaches. They are just a neighbor just to the north of us, so we like to support them as well. And they went ahead and picked up a couple boxes of peaches for me. So today, they weren't quite ready, as soft as I would want them to be. Now they are soft. In fact, I'm going through them, and I'm actually seeing some that has some spots on them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wash these up, and I am going to cut them into little slices, and I'm going to put them on my freeze dryer, my Harvest Right freeze dryer trays. I'm going to stick them in the freezer for about 24 hours or so, and then I'm going to put them into my freeze dryer. And when they're done, we have amazing little snack bites. They usually don't last long because once everyone sees that we've got freeze-dried peaches, they tear them up. Mainly, it's our grandbabies. They love the freeze-dried peaches. In fact, it's so cute. They've gotten so used to seeing the foil bags that we have that we store our peaches in, that we get from Harvest Right. And they'll see those bags. It doesn't matter what the contents are of those bags. They think it's peaches. It can be beets. It can be okra. It can be collard greens. It doesn't matter. They're like, oh, peaches. I'm like, no, that's not peaches. But if I can get you to eat a beet and you think it's a peach, I mean, maybe. I would not do that to my babies. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some of these up in the freeze dryer. I'm going to see how many I can get. Our freeze dryer is a medium size, and I know I've talked about this in previous videos before. I think in one of my past videos, we talked about freeze drying corn. I had that sexy smoker voice going on because I was getting over a cold. But anyways, we have talked about the freeze dryer in the past. We have a medium size Harvest Right freeze dryer. It holds 5 trays, and it will take about 24, maybe 30 hours to process or to freeze dry whatever the food is. It depends on the moisture content of what you are putting in there. It really does help if you put your food in a freezer first and let it freeze and then put it into your freeze dryer. So there's just a few steps that you can take. Happy to share more of that. We're going to put a blog post out on freeze drying, so you can go and check that out over on our website, and you can see that. Whatever is left, I am hoping to make some peach jelly. In fact, normally what I will do, what I have done in the past, is I will take the skins and I just treat them to my chickens. Well, not today. My chickens are not getting treated today, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep the skins. I'm going to put them into a Ziploc bag, and when I get an abundance of it, which I know I will because I've got 2 boxes of peaches here, I will, probably not today, but I'm going to use those peach skins, boil them down, steep them, let them kind of sit and simmer, and then I'm going to extract the juice from those peach skins, and I'm going to use that to make peach jelly, basically. So it won't have the chunks in it or anything. It's going to be peach skin jelly, and that'll be good. So I'm trying to get as much out of our peaches as possible. So we have some to eat. We have some for jelly. Now the pits I have heard before where you can actually use the pits for medicinal purposes. And I think if you soak them, or if you let them sit in like vodka or 80 proof alcohol, something along those lines, for about 6 weeks, I believe there is a medicinal purpose to them. However, I also know that if you do a lot of peach pits, obviously they can be toxic, so you want to be careful in that. Definitely do your research. Do not take it from me. I am not an herbalist. I am not a medical professional. I did not sleep in a Holiday Inn Express last night, y'all. So make sure you do your research on that. But for me, I'm going to keep my peach pits. I think I might go ahead and put some in the freezer just in case I can find that medicinal. So if you know anything about that, in the comments below, drop me a comment. I would love to hear what you do with your peach pits. But I'm also going to use some, because I'm going to be planting some of, I have this metal, aluminum, whatever you want to call it, water trough that my daddy didn't use anymore, and it's already got holes in it. So I'm going to actually use that as my herbal garden. And I'm going to put it right outside the door. After our last freeze this past season, I lost some bushes. They're just not coming back. It's already June, going into July. Like, those jokers should have been reproducing by now, and they're not. So they're going to go. I'm going to put that container there, make myself an herbal garden, but I thought I could use the peach pits on the bottom to kind of create a little bit of a way for the water to kind of seep through, so we don't have a lot of dirt at the bottom just kind of sitting there soaking up some water. So first up, I'm going to wash my peaches, and we're going to get these going, get them onto the freeze dryer trays, get that in the freezer, and take my skins, put it in the other freezer. Once that comes, because I just took that out of the refrigerator, so it's cold. I don't want to crank up that heat on it just yet. I'm going to kind of let it get to room temperature a little bit, and then I'll get that going, and we'll get that canner operating, and we're just going to have fun doing chickens and peaches and canning and flinging stall poop. Oh my. My brother was just here, and he saw my apron. It says Cooking Claws. And he's like, is that a Christmas apron? I'm not quite sure why you're questioning my Christmas apron, but yes, honey, it's my Christmas apron. You know, he's just not into the spirit. I understand that at the time of this recording, it's not quite July yet, but I think we should carry the Christmas spirit all year through. And when the rest of my aprons are dirty and today's laundry day, this is what you get. you're doing a freeze dryer, one of the things that you want to do is you want to try to get all of your slices of whatever it is that you're putting on there. You want to try to get it all as much of an even thickness and all, and you want to lay them in a single layer. And this helps them to freeze better. It helps them to freeze dry better. So there we go. Our first tray going in the freezer. Y'all want to know something funny? As I was recording all of this, I left Billy's microphone in our laundry room where our washer was going. So I'm really hoping that that sound of that washing machine doesn't come through the video. All right, I've got 10 trays in my freezer at this point of peaches that are going to freeze. I will take those out tomorrow and put them in the freeze dryer, and then they will run another 24 or 30 hours, and then they will be done. So it's going to be about 2 days before those are done. But that gives us 10 trays. Actually, it's going to be longer than that because I can only do 5 trays at a time. So that is what it is. But in the meantime, I still have that box left and this bowl left. So I think what I'm going to do, as much as I love doing freeze-dried peaches and as much as my family loves eating freeze-dried peaches, I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe just water bath the rest of these because they like them canned also. And only because of the fact I don't have much more space in my freezer to be putting some trays, and I don't have any more trays. So I think what I might do is just go ahead and put some in some jars, can them up. I've got quite a bit of pint jars, so I might just do it that way and water bath them and see how we go. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go out and check on Billy, see how he's doing. How you doing?
Well, I got 5 more,
Including that one, or
including this one. But these last few, they realize something's going on.
They got an idea.
They're not as easy to catch as the first ones.
Uh-oh. How are they looking?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good size?
Yeah.
Think we got some good heavy weights on our hands?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
See what the scale says.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I got peaches going in the for the freeze dryer. I got 10 trays, and I still have probably at least a half a box left.
Okay.
So I think I might have to preserve those up and water bath those up today.
Okay.
But I got to get those done.
All right.
So cool.
Okey-doke.
Yay.
All right.
Keeping on going, huh?
Yep.
We won't show this next part.
Almost done.
Almost done. Okay. I've got the big water bath canner on the stove. Got some jars out. We're going to see how much we can do. I've got 14 jars here, so we'll see. Just want to give a quick shout out, though. We are not an affiliate, but I do think it's fun to encourage Florida-based businesses, and 4 Jars is one of those businesses. They have canning lids, a lot of canning supplies. I encourage you to go check them out. I'll put their link in the description below so you can see that. But 4 Jars, they are right here in Florida. If you're looking for a good quality canning product that you can use, I would highly suggest that you go and check out 4 Jars. They're just great. And I want to say they've got some more products that are coming out. I think jars. You're going to want to go and check that out, though. So there you go. 4 Jars. I'm making up some peach syrup, or a light syrup, to go into my peaches when I can them up. you can do this without syrup in it. There's some different processes that you can do, but I'm choosing to do a syrup. So what I am doing is I have about 5.5 cups of water, and I'm adding about 2 cups, a little over 2 cups of sugar to some water. I'm just going to boil it down. It will not take but a second for that to cook down, and we will have syrup, and that's what I'm going to use in order to add to my peaches. Well, Billy just came in and he has got all of the chickens done, and he is going on to the next step, which is packaging them up. I'm going to go out there and help him here in just a couple minutes, but I wanted just to get these peaches at least going. So these have been sitting in the citric acid. This is my syrup, which again is just sugar and water. And I cover them up. I'm going to leave about, an inch of head space. Take a clean, damp corner of a towel. I'm going to wipe off my edges. Oh, I forgot my lids. Take my lid, put it on there, and just finger tight. And then I'll go ahead and put it in my water bath. Which is starting to heat up now. I went ahead and put in hot water. About 3 gallons of hot water. That way it can heat up quicker. When you're putting them in citric acid, you mainly just don't, you want to leave them in there for about 5 minutes or so. Okay. Make sure your rim of your jar is good and cleaned off. No sugar. Put your brand new lid on. Your ring, again, kind of finger tight, and into the water bath canner. You do want to heat your jars up first. So if you hear what I'm doing in the background, what I'm doing is the hot water that was in my jars, I'm dumping it into my water bath canner just to kind of add, I may have too many in here, to add to it. I have a very big water bath canner, so I'm hoping I can get all of my jars in there. I don't know that I've ever really used it to capacity, so this will be a first time for me. See how it does. There we go.
Not that one.
These are ice cold.
Yep.
All right, he's got my cutting board ready. Take my mama's knife.
Turn it over the other way?
No, that's the
Do it
way
that
I
way?
want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it scare you that I Can chop a head off like that.
No. Sure doesn't.
No. Oh,
No,
I didn't.
stuff the necks in the bodies like you do turkeys.
Well, I could. You know what? I didn't. Well, I guess I didn't bring my scale.
Sure.
I didn't bring a towel either. I need a towel and a scale. And a bowl. I need a bowl. Ow. Doc nabbit. Did you get it? Did you see it?
No.
All right. We got all of our orders fulfilled, which is
Oops.
great.
Probably should
Clear it out.
Yeah.
The rest we are going to
7-2.
7-2. The rest we are going to cut up for ourselves, for our own family. So that's kind of the process. You dead blasted jokers, you. It's the reason why I call them the devil flies is because they're from the devil. Evil.
Yeah,
All right.
make repellent for that.
I know. I just didn't think, you know, it's early in the day. I didn't think they were going to be out here.
This will clean everything up now. Wash it down, bleach it.
And you always bleach before
Mm-hmm.
and you bleach after.
Yep.
Everything gets bleached multiple times. So,
And then we'll get rid of the goodies into the compost pile.
yep. And the others, the hearts, the gizzards, delivered,
And the feet. And the feet.
and the feet, I'm going to package those up, weigh those out, and we've got a friend that will come this afternoon and she'll pick them up, and she actually makes that into dog food, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Happy doggies. All right, I'm going back to Peaches.
Bye now. Right there.
Keep going. Good job. Keep going. Good job, son.